The history of the lordship of Harrenhal is a complex one. Harrenhal was a fierce castle built by Harren the Black. He was king of the Isles and the Riverlands. For he ruled for about 40 years in terror, hated by everyone and loved by no one, a reign of terror, dark mystery. He was a conqueror, a fierce one. He expanded his lands into the Stormlands, planned to conquer the Stormlands, and the old king Aegon could not defend them. He even planned to expand his lands north to the Vale, west to the Western Lands, south to the Reach. He was looking at glory. Had Aegon not come, he would have become the conqueror. Harren the Conqueror, they started to call him. Harren the Black was a truly fierce, strong, and feared warrior throughout Westeros. He was the embodiment of fear in those days. A truly glorious conqueror would crown him in glory. Yet he could do nothing but burn in the flames of Aegon's dragon Balerion. He arrogantly claimed the castle was impenetrable, but not against dragons. It was. King Aegon gave the lands to a certain man, Quenton and Qoherys, a general. His family had served as servants to Aegon the Exile. When Aegon the Exile left Targaryen lands in Valyria to burn to Dragonstone, a certain man called Quenton, whose family had been serving as gatekeepers and guards and swordsmen and sellswords to Targaryens for hundreds of years, travelled with the exile to Dragonstone. With Aegon the Exile, Quenton bred some of his bastard children. Some of the Targaryens in those generations of the century actually had children with the children of these servants. They had pure Valyrian blood. 7 generations down, Quenton Qoherys, a fierce, noble, and strong warrior, the guard of King Aegon's father, Aegon Targaryen, not the Aegon Brightflame we know. Aegon Targaryen was Aegon the Conqueror's father. Once his father's gatekeeper and guard, Quenton Qoherys accompanied the battle with Aegon the Conqueror. He defeated the Storm King, Aegon, conquered it, in fact, killed over 10,000 men. For his honor, loyalty, and valor, he was awarded lands, the lands of Harrenhal, prestige, glory, strength to House Qoherys. The man himself died about a decade later, conquest, 7 AC. He died in 2 AC, 9 years from the gaps. King Aegon grieved, but his son Aegon was a capable man. Aegon Qoherys accompanied King Aegon into his battle in Dorne, fought bravely, valiantly, and honorably. He came back a victor, yet the victory was short-lived. For by 10 AC, news of Queen Rhaenys' death troubled the King's Landing and Aegon. The victory was short-lived, yet Ergon was not summoned by the king, or requested to go again. In fact, Aegon refused to go again, despite the king wanting to summon him upon his coming force. After the king learned through his spy master that even if he summoned Lord Qoherys and he refused, he did not send the letter. Lord Qoherys feared for his own lands instead of the power of his king. His loyalty, strength, and valor that the previous Qoheryses had shown to Aegon, once down, had disappeared, seemingly so, in the face of the man Gargon Qoherys, known for honor, strength, and integrity. The house down. King Aegon was very angry to be refused summons by Gargon Qoherys, yet he did not do anything. He warred in Dorne and lost until the king's peace in 13 AC after the king's letter. Shortly before that, however, Aegon Qoherys died, a hunting episode. His son Gargon became known as Gargon the Guest, claimed the Lord's right, the first night of weddings, forever destroying the honor, integrity, and loyalty of the betrothed to her husband. He claimed it about 100 times according to some reports, going on weddings of every petty lord and ladies he could find, claiming his first rights and destroying the virginity of the girls. Gargon the Guest was hated. He was fat, incompetent, and engaged in pleasures of lords. Leisures and pleasures is all we seeked. Throughout his rule over Harrenhal, he did nothing to develop the nearby town, Harrenland, develop a castle, develop the roads, clear out the forest, commission men, protect himself, or even strengthen the glory of House Qoherys. All he did was invite ladies and lickspittles and whores to his court, seeked in childlike pleasures. It was just so when someone, a certain man Harren the Red, claimed he was a bastard grandson of Harren the Black. The Riverlands, lands around the Harrenland itself, in fact lands around Harrenhal, were about against Gargon the Guest, killed him, tore down the banners of House Qoherys, killed all the loyal men, and restored Harren the Red. However, Alan Stoker, the Hand of the King, went there to commission down the rebellion, for King Aenys, the first Targaryen, ascended the Iron Throne shortly after Gargon's death and Harren the Red ascent. Aenys was fine with having Harren the Red rule Harrenhal, but he claimed to be a king, King Harren the Fourth of the Riverlands, the Isles he called himself, and he planned to conquer the Isles with a man 5,000 strong. He was defeated by Alan Stoker, a man 20,000 strong. That marked the beginning of the House of Harrenhal. That we shall cover in the next video. Next video we shall cover the legacies of House Harrenhal and House Towers. Part 3 we shall go over the legacies of House Strong and House Lordson. In the part 4 we shall go over the legacy of House Went. Last part we shall cover the current state of Harrenhal, which is in